What if the celebrities you admire weren't in control, but part of a hidden, darker scheme operating behind the glamour of Hollywood?
Hey! Oh my gosh, it's still rocks!
So good, you're doing so good.
I just want to say, everyone will suffer. Do you remember where
Something after party tonight? Yeah! Once I heard the public was going to be there, so I got scared. Check it out. So, thank you for the support. It means a lot to me.
Imagine this, two of Hollywood's biggest names, Ashton Kutcher and Jennifer Lopez, suddenly disappear from the spotlight. One day they're everywhere, living the glamorous lives we admire, and the next, all that's left are rumors linking them to one of music's most controversial figures, Diddy Combs. It sounds like a far-fetched conspiracy, but as with many mysteries, the truth is often right in front of us, wrapped in power, money, and hidden secrets.
Right, if the allegations are true, who knew what? Who is being interviewed by the feds? Could any of these high-profile people face criminal charges of their own? Those are fair questions, because after all, Combs is accused of controlling a criminal enterprise that was engaged in the abuse of women, sex trafficking, forced labor, prostitution, the distribution of an organization that committed crimes like kidnapping, arson, bribery, obstruction of justice to carry out their goals. So you have to imagine there were people who were part of this and witnessed this. In fact, the government said that they interviewed over 50 witnesses and victims. But there is one name on that celebrity list that is standing out in particular right now. Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo. And I want to talk about J-Lo for a second because, you know, first let me ask you this question. As we're talking about celebrities and we're talking about Jennifer Lopez, so many people who were affiliated with him, who went to his parties, who had this connection, they haven't issued statements like this is abhorrent, I condemn all of this, I didn't know about anything. You're seeing it a little bit, but not on a grand scale. I remember when Harvey Weinstein was criminally charged, or even when those accusations came out from the New York Times piece. There were people celebrities came forward and said, I remember his party, I remember talking to him. He always said these things, you heard rumblings of it. You're hearing that much less now with Sean Combs. And the question I keep getting asked is, why? Why are you not hearing more from celebrities? Why are they staying silent? Why do you think that is?
To understand this story, we need to rewind to the rise of Sean Diddy Combs. More than just a hip-hop mogul, Diddy's charisma and influence made him a household name. But it wasn't just his music that kept people talking. His legendary parties became infamous, attracting A-listers, power players, and an air of exclusivity so intense that even secondhand gossip about what went on inside filled tabloid headlines. Over time, though, those whispers took a darker turn.
Before his arrest, disgraced music mogul Sean Diddy Combs was famous for holding his annual 4th of July party in the Hamptons. All of the well-known partygoers wore white, and it wasn't exactly a family-friendly event. Now imagine you're a 6-year-old kid and you find yourself a guest there. Allison Hall has more.
Can you believe this 6-year-old boy was once a guest at Diddy's infamous white party? The disgraced mogul has his arm draped around a young Justin Latosky back in 1999. Justin is now 31 and tells Inside Edition about taking that photo.
He put his arm around me in an uncomfortable way, close to areas that you shouldn't as a grown man.
He recalls what he saw at the party.
So I remember marijuana, and topless women. That's the two main things that I remember.
So, how'd he end up there? Well, his father, David Allen, was Diddy's photographer, snapping pictures of partygoers in the Hamptons. Justin's mom, Maya, was also there. She says the party was family-friendly at first, but then turned raunchy.
People were getting high. There were girls swimming topless, young-looking girls that were, not dressed. We moved to another part of the house so that he wouldn't be exposed to what was going on.
In later years, Diddy implemented a curfew for children.
The kids had like an hour left So get extra comfortable, but this thing turns into something that when y'all get older, y'all won't come to.
I think he's a monster.
In 2023, everything changed. Diddy was arrested on charges of racketeering conspiracy, and the most shocking accusation of all, alleged sex trafficking. The news rocked the entertainment world, but for some, it felt like just the tip of the iceberg. As investigators delved deeper into Diddy's empire, familiar names began to surface, not just connected to his infamous parties, but seemingly entangled in his sphere of influence. Among
You did hear that Ashton Kutcher came out like last week or the week before.
No, I didn't hear this.
This is maybe the worst thing. He came out and
This
said,
guy's on a cold streak, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
He just wrote the Danny
This
Masterson
is
judge
getting
a
him
letter.
colder. He comes out and says, hey, Diddy might spread rumors about me and they're not true. I'm like, dude, this
Shouldn't have said that.
That means guilty.
Yeah, he got ahead of it.
That's like you going home to your girlfriend being like, somebody might call you and say they gave me a blowjob.
Right.
Never happened.
Sounds like he's getting punked in the end.
This is not.
That's the worst, the longest punk.
Yeah.
He's like, I made you look stupid on camera. He's like, oh yeah, well I outed you as a possible.
Oh, they separated over this. Oh, that's horrible.
I mean, how much can you sit through? I mean, that's
for her. You mean how much can you sit through?
Yeah,
I agree.
There's a breaking point. 'Cause I'm sure the Danny Masterson note wasn't her idea.
Ah, good point.
That's a bad look to know a guy's going away for. Have him reach out to you and go, will you give me a character reference? And you're like, yeah.
That's a friend.
Ashton Kutcher's decision to write letters supporting convicted rapist Danny Masterson already had fans questioning his judgment. But things took another turn when a 2019 Hot Ones interview resurfaced. In it, Kutcher casually referred to Diddy's notorious parties as weird, flashing a sly grin. At the time, the comment seemed innocent enough, but after Diddy's arrest, it felt far more unsettling. Suddenly, it seemed like Kutcher might have known more than he ever let on.
He seems to be the way that Combs connected with one of his good friends, Ashton Kutcher. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So their friendship started through the prank show called Punk'd. We all remember that one. It aired on MTV. And Combs would later produce several seasons of Making the Band on MTV. It was a reality competition where groups competed to become the next big music sensation. Combs and Kutcher, they were often photographed together, with Kutcher showing his support for Combs' business ventures, attending Combs' Labor Day white parties. In 2010, by the way, when Time magazine named Ashton Kutcher as one of the 100 most influential people that year, Combs offered the following quote, saying, Ashton Kutcher is a sounding board for me. Like me, he's a mogul, a new media mogul, but we are yin and yang. I am in your face, but he is understated, cool, suave.
Behind the scenes, sources close to Kutcher described him as frustrated and overwhelmed. He reportedly felt cornered, first by the backlash from the Masterson scandal, and now by new allegations linking him to Diddy.
Diddy party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote, if you have one, yeah. Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. Can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them. Diddy party stories, man. That was like some weird memory lane. Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them. There was one moment, so it's not really a party story, but our relationship was really bizarre. So it started over Punk'd, because he was like, yo, don't punk you me. can't punk me. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody's on the table. He's like, not me, I'm off the table. And so that started our conversation. We became fast friends, and we used to just hang out and watch football together.
Behind the scenes, sources close to Kutcher described him as frustrated and overwhelmed. He reportedly felt cornered, first by the backlash from the Masterson scandal, and now by new allegations linking him to Diddy.
More backlash today for Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis after their video explaining why they wrote letters of support for convicted Danny Masterson. The actors were criticized for calling their former co-star a role model, among other things. And the consensus is that video didn't help.
are aware of the pain.
Fierce backlash today for Ashton Kutcher and wife Mila Kunis as they apologize for the character letter, calling That 70s Show star Danny Masterson an outstanding role model and exceptional older brother figure with a caring nature.
A couple months ago, Danny's family reached out to us and they asked us to write character letters to represent the person that we knew for 25 years, so that the judge could take that into full consideration relative to the sentencing.
The letters were not written to question the legitimacy of the judicial system or the validity of the jury's ruling.
They were intended for the judge to read, and we're sorry.
One of the women Masterson was sentenced last week of rape, known only as Jane Doe number 1, is slamming their apology. This video was incredibly insulting and hurtful. Chrissy Bixler, another Masterson accuser, blasted Kutcher. In my opinion, you're just as sick as your mentor, referring to...
While Kutcher's story hints at quiet discomfort, Jennifer Lopez's feels more like a full-blown thriller. In the late 90s, her relationship with Diddy was one of Hollywood's hottest topics. They embodied glitz and glamour. But everything changed after a high-profile nightclub shooting that nearly derailed both their careers. Diddy was arrested, while Lopez escaped without charges. After that, their relationship ended, and the two never reconnected publicly.
You think we had something to do with that? We're gonna run away then. Across the ocean. Yeah. Innocent. By the way, no reason for asking this. How many stamps does it take to mail a letter from Europe to the US just for Danny? Someone.
Babe, what's happening? What's going on?
It's over between us.
It's over between us?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what are we gonna do?
I felt suffocated.
You felt suffocated by me? Oh, I was just so overbearing, wasn't I?
Also,
What else is going on?
I took the kids.
Oh, you took the kids? I don't get the kids anymore? Well, I
But
get.
you had a very dark secret exposed.
Oh my gosh, what was the dark secret?
I don't know. I only have this photo.
It's been really dark.
Thanks, Melissa.
By 2024, as Diddy's legal troubles piled up, Jennifer Lopez's name resurfaced in the mix. At first, it seemed harmless, a few viral TikToks revisiting her past relationship with Diddy. But soon, darker claims emerged. YouTube creators began pushing wild theories that Lopez was being investigated by the FBI for alleged ties to Diddy's operations. The evidence was flimsy at best, but the internet thrives on drama. Suddenly, every move Lopez made became fuel for conspiracy theorists.
You interviewed the detectives who investigated the nightclub shooting that Diddy and Shine were involved in?
Yeah.
Okay, because this is sort of a fuzzy story where the woman who got shot recently said that it wasn't Shine who did the shooting, it was actually Diddy.
Yes.
Is there any truth in that?
100. Well, I had them on my show, the detectives, and yeah, it's what they always thought, you know.
So they said that Diddy was the shooter, not Shine?
Yeah. That I think Shine fires indiscriminately somewhere. There was a couple of things that happened. A security guard there fell on Diddy and didn't feel a gun. They brought out all sorts of bizarre stuff at trial, and that's my understanding. I'll send you. I'll get the excerpts of it from the show we did, and I'll send it to you.
Okay, so Diddy was the one that shot the woman in the face.
I believe that's it. I believe I'll get it for you. It's yeah. I mean, definitely fired a gun.
Huh. Well, he had a gun because I remember the story was after it happened, everyone ran out. Diddy and J-Lo jumps in their car, and Diddy has the gun on him, and he tries to bribe the driver.
He throws it out, and it lands on a guy's car. And then they get pulled over the next precinct up, the Midtown North precinct. And they're brought into the precinct, Now, that's where I heard that Parker might have passed the phone in when they were at that police station.
We know what happened, and we hope, that it all turns out the way it's supposed to.
You had to be disturbed by a report in the New York paper yesterday.
Yeah.
It said an eyewitness along 8th Avenue as your car drove by saw a female hand throwing a gun out of the car.
Ridiculous. I don't even
You're the
wanna
only
address
female
it.
in the car. You don't want to talk about
Ridiculous.
it? You very confident that Puffy will be found innocent in this trial?
Yes, I will.
You're going to testify?
If they need me.
But you haven't been asked
I
yet.
haven't been asked to.
It's a difficult time.
So are Ashton Kutcher and Jennifer Lopez simply caught in the chaos of Diddy's downfall? Or are they crucial players in a much bigger story that's just beginning to unfold? As the whispers grow and attention shifts, one thing is certain in Hollywood: the line between truth and fiction is razor thin. And sometimes the truth turns out to be stranger than anything we could ever imagine.
Playboy model claims Sean Diddy Combs made her watch a Jennifer Lopez music video on repeat at one of his freak-offs. Rachel Kennedy claims the footage was playing on a continuous loop in Diddy's Tokyo hotel room during the 2000 interaction, and further alleged that the rapper was on the phone with J-Lo, whom he was dating at the time. Rachel said on the Daily Mail's The Trial of Diddy podcast that she found the entire situation quite odd, and further described it as creepy and disrespectful. Rachel and her two friends had been invited to Diddy's room for a party after meeting him at a topless club in Japan. She and her friends were expecting to just attend the party, but Diddy was alone in his room when they arrived. She claims they then engaged in a consensual sexual encounter. Jennifer Lopez has yet to comment on Diddy's legal trouble.
Jennifer Lopez at the Villa Treville Hotel in Positano. Here you can see some beautiful high-quality pictures of Jennifer Lopez enjoying her vacation with her friends and taking selfies with them later. Jennifer Lopez was spotted flying commercial in Europe. The 54-year-old actress was seen sitting in an economy seat on a KLM flight while traveling from Naples to Paris by herself over the weekend. The superstar was seen lining up with other travelers and sitting in a window seat on Saturday. This comes just days after she was seen enjoying a solo trip in Italy without her husband and with her friends instead. She was reportedly in good spirits. For her day of travel and flying in economy, the superstar wore an all-white sweatshirt and sweatpants matching set. She had a massive tote bag with her, placed in the middle seat beside her, to hold all of her travel necessities. She was seen wearing a pair of oversized sunglasses as she tried to keep low profile.
Something strange going on, right? I can't quite figure it out. I'll figure it out. But we're going to know more the closer we get to Combs' trial, because that dude is not an idiot. And we seen that they came into Combs' cell and they took his notes. And then he had a little win in court where they said, y'all got to destroy them notes y'all took out of his cell. So they know that he knows things that could get himself out of there. But the problem is with all of this, bro, when you the middleman, when you the party guy to Billionaires Row, if they know that you know too much, you're gonna come under scrutiny. Your life is gonna be threatened. That's why he was trying to change his jail. Because why would you want to be in the same jail where Epstein they killed him?
When you consider the allegations and controversies surrounding Diddy, along with the Hollywood secrets that are starting to surface, the question arises: are these shocking revelations uncovering a deeper truth, or are they just another twist in the never-ending cycle of celebrity scandals? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. This story is far from over.